right, everybody, what is going on? Max, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Mateo, it's okay. I forgive you. Don't worry about it. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a great day today. We're back in Bradford, PA. This is where we ended off our last flight in A Pilot's Life. That video will be getting posted here in the next few days. Let me just pause the old Western music there. So yeah, I believe the last flight we ended up in... I think we ended up in Bradford on the last stream. It just kind of works anyways. So today we're going from Bradford to Dulles and then Dulles to Morgantown. So we have two longer legs, if you want to put it that way. This flight to Dulles is going to take us an hour and 9 minutes in the air. Just about over an hour and a half from gate to gate. And then I'm not sure how long the flight to Morgantown is. It'll probably be about the same, probably right about an hour, which is pretty long for these flights, as far as these flights are concerned. So with that being said, we're gonna hop inside the airplane and get things going. The title of this is As Realistic as Possible, which isn't as... let me just say it's not going to be crazy realistic, because I don't exactly know how... I mean, I haven't been to class in this thing yet. I haven't been really taught anything officially on this thing yet. So I don't know exactly how everything works, exactly what the power settings are, exactly when to do what, say what, all that stuff. But from what I can piece together about what I'm going to be learning, this is what I've pieced together. Max has been waiting so long for proper G1000 simulation. Here it is. I mean, this is, I know my way around. I don't know it like the back of my hand, definitely. But I can do everything I need to do. Second private lesson next week. Congrats. How'd the first one go? Was it just a discovery flight, or was it an actual, like, lesson? And while I wait for the delay for you to answer, I will do the before start checklist. Pre-flight inspection was complete. Everything's locked up. Passenger briefing completed. Cabin door is shut. Crew door is shut. Parking brake is set. Control lock is out. Seatbelts, harnesses are secure. Switches are all off. Ignition is in the normal position. Circuit breakers are all in. Fuel tank selectors will get one on for now. And then radar's off. Bleed air heat switch is off. Cabin heat mixture is off. Emergency power lever is at normal down there. The power lever itself is at idle. Prop can come to full feather. Mixture to cut off. And that is that. Let's go ahead and start up the battery and the avionics. And we'll get the nav lights on as well. There you go. See the airplane start coming to life. Went good. Max's first lesson went good. Took us up, did level flight and turns. Yeah, that's about how I started off. My instructor was like, all right, we'll just go up to 3,000 and just hold it there. And I was like, what? This is insane. Yeah, Max, I'll be flying the Caravan in real life. So that's pretty much why we started doing this. So far, so good. I feel like it's helping. The annunciator lights and everything are good. No alerts. Just the one red X there. That'll keep it. That'll go away whenever the AHRS aligns itself there. And we'll start the engine here in just a little bit. Okay. So we're going to be on VATSIM. Initially, we're going to squawk, and I forgot to do this last night. You'll see this in the episode that comes out in the next few days, but I forgot to turn on my squawk code. 2535. We don't have any... 2535, we'll turn it on. We don't have any ATC up, but that was just the random generator one they gave us. For the flight plan, you click flight plan, and then you're going to just scroll the little knob twice, click it twice, and we have Bradford to Dulles. I always forget, it's not enter, it's activate, and then enter on that one. And then this comes up. That's our flight plan. Bradford en route to the Hagerstown VOR and then to Capital. and then to the destination, which we can pick once we're in the air. So we'll just go ahead and close that. We're cruising at 7,000. I'm gonna change the Unicom frequency here, 122.8. But no, I'm sorry, we're cruising at 9,000, so we'll go ahead and just bug up 9,000. She's very slow in this. 9,000. We're gonna go ahead and change the CDI to GPS mode, and then we're gonna test the autopilot, make sure that works. We're gonna go flight level change. VY in the Caravan's 110 knots, so we'll start off with that. Oop. Didn't mean to get so close, but here we are. 110 knots, and then heading mode, we'll probably start with the heading. Runway heading in Bradford is 325, so we'll go ahead and bug that. Okay, so that's that. We're pretty much ready to start up our engine. Let's just do that. The starting engine checklist off the battery. Battery switch is on. Volts and ammeters, I don't know where that is on here. In the ones that we have, it's just system. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you want at least minimum 24 volts. We have 25.2, so that's nice. I like that. Okay, I didn't realize that was there. Emergency power lever is again normal. Nav lights and beacon. Let's flick the beacon light on, which it is now. Okay, it is, yeah. There we go. Yo, Zach, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Max, no, it's actually a 250 job. My company just reduce the hours to 250. So yeah. Oh, it's also hit the altimeter button, and prop is clear. Let's go ahead and hit the starter or the fuel boost switch on. Starter to normal. Get that nice tick outside. Oh yeah. And then I think before you throw it to cutoff, you'd let the NG get up to maybe like, I don't know if you'd let it get up to 25. Maybe it's just that 12 to 15 range. But either way, throw the mixture. Monitor the engine instruments. Looks like we got a good engine start, and after the start we'll go back. Fuel boost to norm and starter off. Standby battery can come on. Oh shoot, wait, did I kill it? No, I always forget that second fuel selector, dude. Okay, anyways, after start checklist, engine instruments are in the green. External power switch we didn't have one. GPU we didn't have one. Generator is normal. Fuel boost switch is normal. We just did that. Avionics 1 and 2 are on. Suction gauge we don't have one. It's G1000. And heat vent defrost as desired. Radios checked, and taxi checklist is next. And the taxi checklist is just brakes and lights pretty much. So we'll go ahead and go first notch of flaps. We're in an EX, only 2 notches of flaps. Just takeoff, approach, and landing settings. So we'll be takeoff setting of flaps, and we'll go ahead and flip on the taxi light and release the parking brake and get rolling. And we're gonna go this way. Yeah, Max, who needs fuel selectors anyways? All right, dude. Who needs to actually roll anyways? Duck! Oh, that guy's a goner. That guy's a goner. He might be okay. So I'm not sure if this is a feature in the real airplane, but a really cool feature in this anyways is to hit the charts button, and then you get these charts. So basically we're just taxiing runway 32 on Alpha. Alright. Let me make a quick call. Bradford traffic friendly 394, taxiing runway 32 on Alpha Bradford. So Zach S got accepted to flight school for fall. Going to be starting in Oh, got accepted to flight school. Going to be starting in the fall. That is awesome, man. Congrats. Scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you? Oh. All right, since it's the first flight of the day, we'll go ahead and set the parking brakes and everything before we take the runway. We're not going to do the run-up checklist because honestly, I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'll learn how to do that at some point. So run-up checklist, we'll say that's complete. Before takeoff, parking brake set, seatbelts, harnesses are good to go. Flight controls are free and clear. Flight instruments are set. Fuel boost switch is normal. Fuel tank selectors are both on. Fuel quantity, we've got about 1,100 on board. Fuel shutoff is on. Trim controls are set. Pitot static, we don't need it. Avionics radar checked and on. Wing flaps are set. That's to the line. And as we get rolling here, we'll go ahead and go below the line. Strobe lights can come on. Landing lights can come on. Windows closed. Brakes released. And high idle on the fuel condition lever. Ride for traffic friendly 394, taking runway 32 for a southbound departure, Bradford. Owen Campbell, you and your dog are a bum. That's a stupid profile picture. Zach says he's a solid 10 on the excitement scale. What should you prepare for? We'll talk about that whenever we get in the air, Zach. That's a good question. For now, set takeoff power. Airspeed's alive, cross-checked. Takeoff power set. 70 rotate. I'm going to try to keep it under 90 knots because it never likes whenever I... Alright, let's go flaps up. I think it always... I always lose points because of the flaps, and I think it's because it wants me to do it below 90 knots. I don't know, though. I think you're supposed to do it above 95, I think. Something like that. Climbing out at 110. Field elevation was 2143, so let's go ahead and make our... Let's give it a left turn. Pull up the, let's go direct Hagerstown VOR, activate that, go nav mode. And we'll bug up 130 for the cruise climb. And with that, a climb checklist. Ice protection not required. Wing flaps are up. Airspeed is 130 and prop and torque set as required. The only thing is the prop likes to overspeed, so we'll go ahead and just pull that back just a little bit. Oop, torque too, I guess. I never know exactly what to do with those on the climb out. I guess just reduce them a little bit is fine. Gotta get the music back on. Owen Campbell is a D1 hater. D1 hater, bro. The big thing is in the climb, you want to make sure the ITT doesn't exceed 825, and the NG, I believe, is 103.7, something like that, 103.6 maybe. And the torque, I believe you want to keep it below 2000. Song, Owen? Just a cowboy, not a man. Yeah, guys, these are some of the longer routes in the system. Bradford Dulles, like I said, just over about an hour, and then I think the Morgantown flight, I don't know, let's see, how long is that one going to be? Dulles to Morgantown, about an hour and 21 on the block, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and throw the autopilot on here. To go, 8,000 for 9. 9000 out green. Michael, what is up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, brother? Max, the Caravan is not pressurized. We're going to keep the torque right where it's at for now, and we're just going to bring the prop back a little bit more. Just try to get it closer to 800-ish, 1800, I mean. All right, Zach. If you're still here, I would talk about, I'll talk about your private pilot's license a little bit. Your private pilot's license is basically just, you know, I mean, it's just like your driver's license in the sky. I mean, kind of like, the instrument check ride tomorrow. Nice, Michael, nice. Good luck, dude. Michael, what would your advice be for Zach and Max? Zach just started. He's going to have his, Max going to have his second lesson next week, and then Zach just got accepted to flight school, and he's going to start soon. So, what would your best piece of advice be, Michael? Mine, I don't know. Mine would just be kind of go with the flow, I guess. I mean, there's not necessarily anything to like, they'll teach you everything you need to know. You know, you can maybe start looking over some of the maneuvers and stuff that you're going to be doing, and, you know, practicing on the simulator. That's something that would be good. Just practice your radios and, yeah, chair fly, exactly. I mean, I think being able to talk to ATC on VATSIM has been huge for me, and it's helped me out so much. You know, especially in private, whenever you're still kind of nervous to talk on radios and stuff like that. Like, being that I feel like, you know, doing it on VATSIM, I mean, you feel like you've done it before. So, Max, chair flying is basically what we're doing right now. You know, flying the simulator, but it's really, chair flying is just like sitting in a chair and flying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Michael, I agree with that. Chair flying is basically just sitting in a chair and just like closing your eyes and just imagining doing everything, just running through checklists, running through maneuvers and stuff like that, and what would you be doing in each phase of the flight. And I've been able to do that through flight sim for the most part. But Michael, yeah, I totally agree. Chair flying saved me a lot of money because I haven't had to redo any of my flights, say practice on flight sim. Yeah, the 172 in here isn't any good. X-Plane 11, I used that 172 so much, and it was really nice, I felt like. But I feel like it just got worse in this one. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just gotten a little bit worse in that one as well. And the thing is, though, is it's like, it's super touchy in the sim, right? So if you can do a steep turn within standards in the sim whenever you're, like, you move it like half an inch and you're like 500 feet per minute nose down, you know, move it half an inch, you're 500 feet nose up. Like, if you can do it under those conditions, you can do it in the real airplane. So, you know, in some ways the sim is even harder because it's less realistic. Is that for X-Plane or Microsoft, Max? I love the views from the Caravan too. I mean, look at this freaking cockpit. Like, you get so much for Microsoft. Okay, I bought the Caravan Archer. It was okay. I mean, I don't know, just mid. I bought the Seminole too, which I haven't really messed around with because it's just so mid. But again, I mean, it being not realistic is one thing, but I feel like with the Archer and the Seminole, like, I couldn't even take off sometimes. Like, you'd apply right rudder like normal, and you would just be like, I flipped the plane over one time. Like, it was so, I was just like, dude, what? So, I don't know. And I get it. Like, I get that it's it's sensitive and it's different, but it's just so bad sometimes. It's so bad. So, I don't know. But it helps, at least with the visualizing everything and, you know, so you're not lost whenever you get in the cockpit. For real. Because all the switches are where they're supposed to be. They do what they're supposed to do. It helps you at least be able to get a general understanding of what you're going to be looking at whenever you get in there. Is that what you're going to be flying, Max? You're going to be flying Archers? Or is that what you are flying, I guess? And also, Zach, what are you going to be flying? Let's get the landing and taxi light off, too. I don't know, though. The landing, it always docks me points on the landing and taxi light, no matter what I do, I feel like. Because we don't go above 10,000, so it doesn't like whenever you turn them off, but... I don't know. I don't know. I turned them off. We'll see what they do. Well, Zach, I forget. Are you in Canada or are you... If you're in the United States... No. Well, no, that's a little backwards anyways. It goes... In the United States, it goes private, instrument, commercial, and then multi. And you're going to be flying Diamond 20s. Okay, I think there's some Diamond 20s in Microsoft, I think. Max says... I did my first flight lesson as Cessna 172, but I have a choice of the Piper Warrior 2. I wasn't to do a Piper, but there's more realistic Cessna. And I explained so Cessna would be better for practice. Yeah, I like Cessnas better, dude, honestly. I mean, like, if I'm solo renting, I'm renting a Cessna every single time. I flew Archers in my commercial just because that's kind of what everybody does, and they are a little more stable for maneuvers. So for maneuvers purposes, Archers are a little better, at least for the commercial stuff. But for your private instrument, use a Cessna. That's my opinion, obviously. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Sorry, I just kicked my cat, bro. Sorry, dude. What are you doing back there? You scared the crap out of me. I was like, what's moving in my curtain? Max the furry. Max the furry PTUs. Our dog, the dog actually is not doing so hot. Yeah, she's okay, but she's not doing so hot. The cats are okay, other than the fact that I just kicked the one. They're okay though. Sorry, buddy. What are we doing for the PMDG 777 release day? Well, dude, so I guess that the June 25th date is gonna be the one where all the streamers get access to it, and I don't think I'm probably not big enough to get access to it. So I think it's gonna be 2 weeks after that, and if it's 2 weeks after that, I'm gonna be in class. So I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna get to stream it. If it comes out on the June 25th, like actually for everybody, then I don't know. I'll figure something out. But honestly, I'm not sure. I don't even know if it's actually gonna be out for us. Max, I think they're just doing it as like promotion. So like I think they said they were gonna give it to the streamers for like 2 weeks, and then I don't know. I guess just test bugs and stuff. I don't know. We should petition for me to be a streamer that gets it. Let me see if I can go to their website. I'm sure they have like 1 million streamers in there. PMDG, please let me have early access to the 777. Promotion. Yeah, Zach, that's exactly what it is. Just promotion and testing, all the above. Zach's buying it even though he just bought the 737. Dude, I'm buying it. I said, I don't care what they charge, bro. They can charge $100,000. I'll buy it. I think I've... Do they have a Discord? I thought I was in it. I guess not. Headwind, Horizon, Phoenix. Unofficial. Unofficial precision manuals development. Okay. No thanks. Alright. Zach's pretty sure you can get one of those old scrap 777s for 100 grand. That'd be probably, that's super cheap. You cannot get a 777 for 100 grand. Should we do a crash investigation and you read an incident and list your thoughts on it? We're not V1 clones here. We're not doing Green Dot Aviation stuff. I do want to, there should be something that we should do, but I don't know what. I don't know what to do. I was gonna do verse of the day on the second leg. We are not V1 clones. So much stuff. What could we do? What is there to do? Maybe we could... Okay. Yeah, that's actually not... Bold method quizzes, that's actually not bad. Alright. Oh, here we go. Perfect. 6 questions to see if you're ready to be a private pilot. I hope. This might make me look like a chump. Hang on. Get this out of the way. Oh, I remember what I was going to do. Hang on. I don't know if I can just whip this out or not, but we're gonna do it. Okay, here we go. Private pilot quiz. We're gonna answer together. Yeah, like I said, I have no idea if I'm allowed to do this or not. What is the Universal Aircraft Emergency Frequency? Anybody in the class? Well, Zach, yes, but no. Max 121.5 is also guard frequency. That's correct. Universal aircraft equipment, or I'm sorry, aircraft emergency frequency, also called guard 120.5. You're to for transmit over this frequency. You can use to make emergency radio comms. All the towers and stuff like that in the area monitor 121.5. So that's why if you switch to 121.5, it's on the checklist too. If there's an emergency, you switch to 121.5, mayday, 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 and then they can hear you, and you just kind of have a discrete frequency kind of with them. Zach, 7700 is what you use to, when you have an emergency, you squawk 7700. Yes, right. Probably should have looked at the options. That would have helped. Okay. In order to maintain currency so you can carry passengers at night, you need to complete blank in the preceding 90 days. Do you need, in the preceding 90 days, you need 5 hours of flight time, 10 hours of flight time, 15 hours of flight time, 3 touch and goes, 3 full stops, or 3 full approaches. right, Zach, what do you think? Earth to Zach. All right, well, yeah, Zach, that is correct. It is 3 full stop landings and takeoffs. The key word there was at night. If it was, it's the only thing you need to do at night, or take full stops. I'm sorry, the only time you need to do 3 full stops for currency is with nighttime or a tail wheel. If it's just for general currency during the day, you can do touch and goes. In order to carry passengers at night, you'll need to have completed 3 takeoffs and landings with a full stop within the past 90 days between 1 hour after sunset and 1 hour before sunrise, and for tail wheels. So that's another key there too. 1 hour after sunset and 1 hour before sunrise. That is when nighttime starts. I thought he rage quit after the first question. Alright, so the point where the green and yellow arc meet on the airspeed indicator is what? So that's right here. What V speed is this? Is it VSO, VS, VA, VNO, VNE, or VY? VNO, Zach. VNO, yes, that is correct. VNO, or maximum structural cruising speed. Yeah, I mean, that's... So basically, you know, in clear air, you're fine in here. But then that's where, if you start taking bumps and stuff like that, or you run into some pretty bad turbulence, you can start losing parts of the airplane. Nobody wants that. So... like, for example, like today is a pretty nice day, so like we could really kick it all the way up if we wanted to. There's not even the yellow arc on this. Interesting. We're about, how far are we? 46 miles from Hagerstown, so we got a little bit to go here still. Keep that up there and keep plugging. All right, as an aircraft's weight increases, its stall speed. Now this is actually, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those ones that gets me backwards every time. I always forget which one it is. Max says I told 121 was the best crushing speed. What? Decreases. Zach, what do you think? Oh, cruising speed 121 in a um 121. Yeah, that's a fine cruising speed. Zach, what do we think? As an aircraft's weight increases, its stall speed would. We're gonna go increases. So the heavier the aircraft, the higher the angle of attack it needs to fly to maintain altitude. Because of this, you're closer to the critical angle of attack at any airspeed, and you reach the critical angle of attack at a higher stall speed. So that's another thing. They're gonna ask you, you know, what causes a stall, and you can say, oh, you know, whenever you reach VSO or VS1 or whatever your stall speed is, you know, what causes a stall is exceeding the critical angle of attack, period. It doesn't matter if you're going, I mean, 150 knots. If you exceed the critical angle of attack, you're going to stall. Now, if you're going 150 knots, your wings would probably just fall off at that point. But, you know, it depends. No, it's not one of those trick questions, Max. It's just, like I said, it's the whenever they ask you what is a stall or whatever, it's exceeding the critical angle of attack, period, in the story. Stall is proportional to speed. Not necessarily. It's proportional to the critical angle of attack. So like I said, if you exceed that critical angle of attack, you're going to stall, whether you're at 55 knots, 60 knots, 65 knots, like, you're going down. You're going to stall. You need to choose the climb speed. Does that make sense? It probably doesn't. But if it does. Or if it doesn't, let me know. I can try to explain it a little bit better. You need to choose the climb speed that gets you the most altitude in the shortest horizontal distance. Which speed you fly in, VX or VY? The most altitude in the shortest distance. What speed we fly in? VY, Max, what do we think? VX, the best way to remember the difference is think of a graph. VX is horizontal, VY is vertical. Well, let's see, I think it's VX as well. That's right, VX is the most altitude short distance. VY, it's most altitude over a given time. VY, so just try to think about it this way too. VX, in an X, there's more angles in an X, right? Like this here. In a Y, there's only, you know, that right there, whatever. So VX is going to be your best angle of climb, and VY is your best rate of climb. Does that make sense, Zach? All right, which position is it? Beam the numbers. top left. Zach, what do we think? Oh. I just bumped the torque. Okay, top left is correct. All right, not bad, guys. 100%. We're pretty good at this. This is another pretty typical stuff, too. You'll see stuff about thunderstorms. Hang on, wait, let me do this. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot. 60 days. Agree. Okay. Ooh. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Anyways. Alright, so we'll talk about thunderstorms a little bit. This is something that you'll go over pretty heavily in the, in your private pilot's license. You know, they want you to know what a thunderstorm is and how to stay away from it and whatnot. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's read about it. This is 3 ways that a thunderstorm forms, especially in the summertime here in the United States. Here's what turns an unstable atmosphere into a severe weather event. Air mass. Air mass thunderstorms are the most common types of thunderstorms. They're found in tropical environments like Florida, and their development is not dependent on warm or cold fronts. An unstable air atmosphere is the first building block of any thunderstorm. This means that a cold air mass is overlying a warmer air mass. Warm air under a blanket of cold air is unstable because the warm layer is less dense and thus has buoyancy. An excellent indicator of an unstable atmosphere is a lapse rate that is considerably higher than the standard 2 degrees or 3.5 degrees Fahrenheit per 1,000 feet. You can find the lapse rate on a winds and temp aloft product produced by the National Weather Service. This is another one. You're going to want to remember this. I don't even remember this all the time. But the standard lapse rate in the atmosphere is 2 degrees Celsius per 1,000 feet. 2 degrees Celsius per 1,000 feet. If you take a meteorology class, when you take a meteorology class, they hit on that pretty hard. The instability creates a lifting action, allowing the warmer air to rise, and the result of this motion is a building of towering cumulus clouds, which are easily identifiable in the mature stage of an air mass thunderstorm. Intense downdrafts cause heavy rain to be released as the air cools and loses its upward energy. So it's kind of hitting on the 3 stages of a thunderstorm. So the first one is the cumulus stage. So thunderstorms start off just as regular cumulus clouds that you can see outside your window probably right now. But if it's in unstable enough air, there's enough moisture and there's enough of a lifting force and enough heat, then it turns into a thunderstorm. Then it gets to that mature phase. The mature phase is characterized by things like lightning strikes and rain and stuff like that. And then you have the final phase of the thunderstorm is the downdraft phase, where you just have, I don't really know, I guess just high winds, obviously rain still, stuff like that. Typically that is where the thunderstorm is at its weakest point, is the downdraft phase. Frontal thunderstorms are associated with the collision of two air masses, which are referred to as a front. These fronts are depicted on the National Weather Service Surface Analysis Plot. Frontal thunderstorms also form along cold fronts and can be either single cell storms or bound together to be well-organized lines of cells referred to as a squall line. Frontal thunderstorms form when a cold air mass forces a warm air mass above it. This violent lifting motion can help develop into significant vertical movement, resulting in thunderstorm layers of precipitation and hail form high in the cloud and eventually fall to the ground as they cool. Wind shear is a common characteristic of a frontal storm forming, indicated by either gusting winds or winds from multiple directions. Winds during the mature stage of frontal thunderstorms can easily reach 60 to 80 knots. So again, that's kind of what it talks about, the wind shear. You'll have wind shear pretty much at any changing of a front. So not necessarily, it doesn't have to be huge. A wind shear also is like any change of, hello? A wind shear is any change of direction and velocity of wind. So it can be like 10 knots, 5 knots if it goes from like north to south though real quick. You know, obviously more intense wind shear is this like 60 to 80 knots coming right off your nose and then boom, you know, 60 to 80 knots off your tail. That happens whenever you cross a front. Typically fronts have air moving in different directions, and whenever you cross a front line or a boundary line, whatever they want to call it, you have that. Real quick, I'll draw this out. I think I can draw this out in good notes. Let's see. Also, we should start thinking about, hey you! Ah, Potomac approach, all right. All right, so nice. We got some ATC. We're going to contact them on, what is that, 19,850. So that's already set up there for us. Potomac approach, good afternoon. Friendly 394 with you, 9,000.
Friendly 394, Potomac, hello, spark out in. Friendly 394, radar contact over Hagerstown, 8,900 indicated day. Hagerstown altimeter 3027.
3027, position checks for friendly 394. 3027. So we'll see what kind of approach he wants to give us and stuff. Okay, Max, kind of. This is what I wanted to draw out. Okay, dude.
Friendly 394, do you have a runway preference? We're landing south.
19 center if available, friendly 394.
Friendly 394, roger. Expect the ILS runway 19 center.
Expect the ILS 19 center, friendly 394, thanks. All right. I don't know what email this is under. Probably not this. Ah, bro. Is there another way? What? Alright. I'm not gonna be able to draw it out, I don't think. Let me see if I can find this guy.
Friendly 394, clear direct cuts at pilot's discretion. Descend to maintain 4,000.
Oof. Alright, clear direct to Cuts and descend and maintain 4,000 friendly 394. Okay, so let's actually start loading up this
Friendly
approach.
394, the 4,000 is at your discretion.
At my discretion, Roger, for friendly 394. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go for a siege jaw. We're going to select approach. We're taking the ILS 19 center. And we'll go from Cuts. Minimums, we're going to go ahead with Barrow. Minimums for the approach are 472, so we'll go with 480. 111.3 and 191 final approach course. We're going to go ahead and activate this approach. So yes, we're going to activate the approach, and we are going to be direct to Cuts. And let's go close the flight plan 4,000. We're going to go ahead and have 4,000 confirmed, 4,000 set, and we're going to go VNAV. We're going to get VNAV path, and it's going to intercept a nice VNAV path for us at our top of descent point to bring us down to Cuts at our discretion. So, yeah, all right, there you go. Landing south, that's nice, just pretty much straight in for us. And then here's what I was looking at. Also, you can bring up the chart on here, which is great. And again, I know we've kind of talked about this before. Stand by. Stand by. Let's see, ATIS on 3485. Everything's 85.
The Ram. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Foxtrot. Washington Dulles International Airport 8 is information Foxtrot 2052 Zulu Special. Windcom. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 5,000. Ceiling to 5,000 broken. Temperature 31. Dew point 18. Altimeter 3026. Aircraft expect ILS visual approach runway 19 left, 1 ninner, departing runway 30. Signature departures expect runway 19 left. Aircraft are expected to cross and exit runway as quickly as possible. Notices to air missions. As decks in use operate mode C on all runways taxiways. Ramp is a non-movement area. Call for taxi on the east or west side of the ramp. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Foxtrot.
We have Foxtrot. I don't know if that's the standard Microsoft weather, if that's actually going to be right or what, but we'll rock with that. And here's another really cool thing you can do with the charts. You can just look at the header, which is just that for some reason, but it's supposed to be all this stuff here. Get all your frequencies and whatnot. Profile view, plan view. So really cool that that's an option, I think. I mean, honestly, I'll leave that up for now. Okay, anyways, Max, I'm trying to find a picture of this, back over here. Let's go. All right, so this is, Max, this is more or less what I was talking about. So you have the cold air, and cold air is more dense, so it's gonna sink. So it's always gonna go under the warm air. And what that does is it shoots the warm air up over top of the cold air. So it's like, not necessarily how you said cold air mass falling on top of a warm air mass. It's more of a cold air mass like digging out like a shovel underneath the warm air mass and sending it up over top. And that's where you get the violent lifting forces that are required for a thunderstorm. So that's that. Alright, I gotta send this guy. Shooting at this hole. Ah! Stop doing that. No! Okay. Okay, cool, Max. Good. I'm glad, dude. Coming up on our top of descent here shortly. What was it, 3026 on the altimeter? We'll go ahead and set that just a little bit lower. Let's see, we're gonna have tower or anything like that? Just Potomac approach again. Well, that'll be fun. I mean, we're going over to Morgantown next, so. So there's VNAV path. Oh shoot, should have ran descent checklist. It's okay. So I've been finding that about 1500 works pretty good on these descents. On these here descents. Descent checklist, ice protection not required. No smoking, seatbelt signs is required. Altimeter set, GPS navigator set. Power is set. I was gonna say before landing checklist, but okay. So we're good. And we have 111.3 India Delta Lima X-ray. Is that what we're looking for? Let's see.
Friendly 394 cross cuts at 4,000. Clear out runway 19 center approach. And the altimeter over at Dallas is 3026.
At cross cuts at above 4,000. Clear the ILS 19 center approach and 3026 on the altimeter. Friendly 394. We have. Where's that in? It's in there somewhere. Let me see if I go. No, not that. Can I see any better? No. Wait, I can zoom in. I can zoom in, but I can't I don't know how to get it over more. You know. Well, I can confirm on Navigraph that it is India Delta. What is it? India Delta Lima X-ray. Can confirm. So we are good there. We already got cleared for the approach, which is great. I think what we're gonna have to do, honestly, is probably fly. I don't know how we would do this. You could fly a heading and then go the CDI to this one, and then the final approach course is 191. So just give me course 1, turn that to 191. We could just arm. Wait, if we arm the approach, will it? No, I don't know what it's doing. What if I went back to this and armed the approach? I don't know, maybe we're just too far out or something. Yeah, I mean, we might just be a little bit far. Still 8 miles from cuts, so bring that power back. Maybe just 160 is fine. Cuts shouldn't be, and we're only 13 miles out. We should be able to get it. Okay, here we go. We're starting to think now. No. All right, dude. I'll wait. I'll wait. let's see. Cuts is at 4. Crackle is at 3. So once we hit cuts, we'll be good to send out a 3. So I'm gonna. Dude. Probably not letting armor approach, but am I doing something stupid? Heading autopilot vertical path. Do I have to be on nav mode? Like, I don't think it... Yeah, see, it's not really on, like, nav mode, though. Oh. What? That's stupid. I don't know. Localizer, glide slope, or armed, at least. 60, alright, let's get the power, less than 1,000 to go to a 4,000. Airport's in sight. It'll probably serpentine.
Friendly 394, the Dulles winds calm, runway 19 center, clear to land.
19 center, clear to land, friendly 394. Localizer and glide slope capture. Is it not going to blow us through the final approach course? Oh my goodness, look at this. It was a little early even there. That's something. We're still about a 13-mile final, so we can kind of keep it humming. Missed approach altitude's 3,000, so we'll go ahead and set that. 3,000 is set and confirmed. Nice long final here for us. Love this thing though, dude. Freaking sick. There's nowhere really, I don't like that it doesn't really give you, I mean, you can go flight plan and like add up all the distances. Alright, dude. Alright, bro.
Potomac approach, United 1566 with Foxtrot on
So,
Echo
like,
at Dulles,
we're
ready for taxi.
3 from Clark,
Headed
so about
1566. Potomac,
know,
thanks for
yeah, like a
Foxtrot stats.
4.5.
Verify your mode, Charlie, for me.
well, really, it's like 7, I don't know, like a 7-8 mile final-ish right now.
Parker Charlie, United
no.
1566.
No,
Headed 1566, thank you, sir. Runway 30,
What'd I just do?
taxi via Zulu, Yankee 11.
I don't think it matters because we're on the approach.
Zulu Yankee 11, United 1566.
I hope it doesn't matter because we're on the approach. Procedure, let's just activate vector to final. There we go. That's a little better for us. Okay, all right. That'll do. So let's get under 150 and send out flaps 1. Here we go. That's right. Under 50 flaps 1, followed by a lot of power. Let's get the landing lights on. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, we'll get it under 125, get flaps full, and then I will take over control of the airplane. Under 125, flaps full. Followed by a before landing checklist. Seatbelt harnesses are where they need to be. Fuel selectors are on. Fuel condition levers high idle. Prop send it full forward. Radar is required. Autopilot's off. Flaps are set. Shooting for about 100 knots on the approach. red, but we're pretty much on glide, so disregard that.
And departure United 1566, ready to go, 30.
United 1566, runway 30, line up and wait.
Line up for United 1566.
Probably not enough flare there. A little bouncy, but that's okay. No reversers either. We're just jamming on the brakes. Nah, not enough flare there. Not enough flare. It's okay. We'll pause the music. I should have paused that before I landed, but it's okay. Alright, we're gonna get off here at, where are we at? This is when we usually get off at Yankee 2, I think it is.
United 1566, turn left heading 260, the wind's calm, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Heading 360, clear for takeoff, United 1566.
Confirm heading 260, 260.
3-point landing there.
Left heading 260, United 1566.
Friendly 394, welcome Yankee to the ramp.
Yankee to the ramp, friendly 394, thanks. Alright, Yankee to the
Potomac approach,
ramp. I'm trying to get Navigraph to work on here.
November 6741.
I believe this
Let's try
first
again.
one's
November
Yankee, yeah.
6147.
Alright, let's go flaps up.
Potomac, spark INET.
And landing light can come off, strobe lights can come off after landing checklist, with that coming back as well.
November 6147 Hotel, your radar contact over
flaps are up,
Montebello,
ice protection
altitude
is off, strobes are off,
11,100, the Charlottesville altimeter
and touch landing as
3027.
required.
47 Hotel.
Yeah, not pretty on the landing there. But that's okay.
United 1566, your radar contact, climb and
It's
maintain
such a fine line
10,000,
between
altitude leaving.
like absolutely slamming it and
I'm maintaining 10,000, passing 2,000.
Gus kind of lied. He sounds drunk. It's such a fine line between absolutely slamming it and floating and picking it back up and like porpoising, and at least in the sim, it's just such a fine line. But gotta learn how to walk it. So I think we'll take, this is Bravo. Yeah, we'll take Bravo here. And he just gave us Yankee to the ramp, obviously, but this is us. This is where we've been parking. I think this is where Southern parks.
United 1566, clear direct Butters, join the Clutch 3 departure, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Sorry, clear direct where for 1566?
It's going to be Butters,
Sounds
be
like
the
he's in
initial
a
fix for the
kitchen.
Clutch departure.
I'm sorry, United 1566, our first one is Twitch.
Roger. Yeah, you're missing a waypoint before that, but that's fine. Clear direct Clutch, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Direct clutch, time maintain 210, 120, my apologies.
Oh, we should have taken Bravo. That's okay.
Sirius 47 Hotel, are you doing an instrument approach into Montgomery County today?
I think we'll just do the visual if that's all right. 47 Hotel.
47 Hotel, roger.
An intoxication limit for VATSIM. Can't say I disagree. We've been using this line here, so that'll have to do for us. Alright, so basically what we're going to do here, we're going to leave the avionics and everything on. We're just going to shut the engine off And then we're gonna hop into a pilot's life, take a look at how we did on this flight, and then get the next flight set up and get right on our way to Morgantown. Because like I said, that's going to be about another hour, so that's going to be a pretty long one as well. All right, and let's go ahead and stop it there. Set the parking brake. Taxi light come off. And in terms of everything over here, well, let's just run the shutdown. Avionics are going to stay on. Fuel boost switch all the way off. Starter's already all the way off. Power's to idle. Prop, let's feather it back. Make sure to cut off. And everything else can stay as is. Turn the beacon light off as well. Leave the navs on. Let everybody get off.
Potomac 6147 Hotel. I'm actually going to have to cancel IFR at this time, please.
Not too shabby of a park job, too. Check that out. Let's go ahead and try and submit this flight. Which, it's where? There it is. Let's submit it. And then while that's going on, we're going to go with this.
47 Hotel, I'm assuming you don't want flight following anymore.
Affirmative. I gotta cut it short, so I'm going to try to get down. 47 Hotel.
Flight was submitted. Let's take a look at how we did. Like I said, other than landing, I think we did all right. I think we got the flaps up in time.
1566 level at 12,000.
That is
93, not bad. We'll take that. Let's take a look at the landing right, negative 42. I think that was off the bounce, so that's why. The flaps, I don't get it. The flaps in a landing light, I don't know what it wants from me. Maybe we'll just leave. And I picked the flaps up after landing. Again, I don't know what it wants from me. Maybe maybe we'll just leave the landing light on this whole flight and see if that does it for us.
Delta 3
and
Heavy,
climb up, I mean, again, I don't know what else to do. So, alright guys, I'm going to just start playing some music, and I'll send you to the starting soon screen so that I can get this next flight set up, and I'll be back with you shortly.
Delta 3 Heavy, radar contact 40 miles northeast of Baltimore, altitude 16,700, welcome aboard. Descent via the Clipper 2 arrival, expect the river visual, runway 19er, the altimeter 3026.
For descent via the Clipper 2 arrival, landing south river visual, the Delta 3 up.
That is 1566. You'll be climbing out of my airspace to the southwest. Washington center's offline. Radar service terminated. Bring change approved. Have a safe flight, sir.
It is a change of route, United 1566. Thank you for the ATV. Up to late, sir.
Anytime. See you next time. Thanks for flying. Delta 3 after the Baltimore VOR, descend and maintain 4,000.
Right after Baltimore, descend and maintain 4,000, Delta 3.
Delta 3, have a descend and maintain 3,000.
Right, down at 3,000, Delta 3.
All right, we're back. We're going to Morgantown. I think first thing we're going to do here is we're going to call for our IFR clearance, and then we'll get the flight plan at least first, I guess. We'll go flight plan again, 2 clicks. No. Flight plan, 2 clicks, there we go. Dulles to Morgantown, activate, okay. And we'll just kind of leave it at that for now. And we'll see what else he wants us to do. If anything, I didn't realize how loud this music still was. I'll just pause it while we're getting our clearance and everything. Let's get a new... Oh, this is a new route for us. Just some quick... Well, we'll do that after we get our clearance. Let's get our clearance first, and then we'll go from there. And Potomac approach, friendly 182. We're on the ground in Dulles, looking for IFR to Morgantown.
Friendly 182, Potomac, welcome back. Cleared to Morgantown via the Capital One departure radar vectors, Martinsburg, VOR, then is filed. Maintain 3000, expect 1010,000, 10 minutes after, squawk 6251.
All right, clear to Morgantown via the Capital One vectors, Martinsburg, VOR. I believe it was 3,000. Expect 10,000, 10 minutes after, squawk 6251 for friendly 182.
Friendly 182, readback is correct. Push to start your discretion. Call for taxi. Expect 30 for departure. Foxtrot to current.
I will expect 30. We have Foxtrot, and we'll call you for the or push and starts our discretion for friendly 182. All right, no pushing in here at Southern Airways, but okay, so that's kind of cool. We got a departure. We'll try to select that. This never works. Maybe it will. Capital One off runway 30.
Delta 3 Heavy when able to reduce speed 210 knots.
So yeah.
210
Okay,
knots, speed Delta 3.
And he gave us climb maintain 3000, which we should have already selected. Let's go ahead and go. Now, we're not going to forget this again. We're going to go squawk 6251. 6251 on the squawk. We're going to squawk on. So there we go. We're ready to rock and roll there. Let's go back. And CDI, we're going to go there. Let's take a look at the Capital One departure. Let's go charts. Dulles. We're going to look at the departure procedure, not the buns. No. Departure procedure. Can I get... How does that work? Charts? I don't know. Okay. No, departure procedure, though. Capital One, there we go. So wait, if I wanted to change it, though, could I just do it like that? Okay, yeah, I could. Capital One. So, can't really see it on there, but we're going to go with the SID Capital One. This Capital One says off runway 30, climb heading with 301 or as assigned by ATC. So, we're just going to do that. Let's bug up our 301 heading. And we do have Foxtrot from the way in. 301 on the heading. Climb maintain 3000. That's set and check. Flight level change. We're going to climb up to... we're going to disengage VNAV. Climbing up to 110 knots. And not like we didn't use it on the way in here. We'll test up the autopilot real quick. Good to go. We're going to go heading mode on the way out of here. Not nav mode. And flight level change. So that stuff all looks good. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and run a quick B4 start checklist. Ignition switches, everything is where it needs to be. Power levels at idle. Let's go ahead and
Delta 3 Heavy, turn left heading 190 and roll out. River will be 12 o'clock and 4 miles before we
Let's go with the emergency power levels at normal.
Alright,
Beacon lights
Joe,
coming on, nav lights are on, avionics are
on.
on. We have fuel boost switch to on, starter to on. Lovely ticking sound. I'm addicted to the ticking sound, dude. It's so good. Alright, anyways. We will go ahead and introduce fuel. And we left both of those on. We should have turned one off, but that's okay. Alright, that sounds like a good engine start to me. That's going to be the
Delta 3 Heavy, cleared the river.
Fuel boost to normal, starter off, standby bat
River
on.
visual 100 approach Delta 3.
And yeah, we're going to be ready to rock and roll. We're going to expect 30 from Foxtrot. Or, I'm sorry, no, Foxtrot's current weather. Probably expect 30 full length. And after our checklist, engine instruments are all in the green. No GPUs or anything like that. Generator is on. Fuel boost switch is at normal. Avionics 1 and 2 is on. Suction gauge, we don't have one. Heat vent defrost is required. Radios are set for right now. Okay, that being said, let's get the taxi light on. I'll say auto brake, parking brake. released, and we'll make a left turn out of here.
Delta 3 Heavy, the wind's 1808, runway 19er, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 19er, Delta 3.
Alright, so we'll call him as we approach on Alpha. Let's go ahead and get our flaps set to that first notch. I think technically, I said ramp is uncontrolled. I mean, I think I could technically go all the way down to like all the way down here, because this is the ramp is like this whole area right there. Yeah, Max, sorry, I just saw this now, but I guess drinkers can have their fun, but when it gets to the point where it disturbs other servers, it's obnoxious, yeah. And like, it's the same thing with like, there's those guys that get on and like use funny accents and stuff like that, and it's funny to an extent, but then, I mean, when you're really disturbing like operations and everything, then it kind of is like, alright, dude, you know, blocking airways and stuff. And approach friendly 182 is approaching Zulu on Alpha, ready for taxi.
Friendly 182, runway 30, taxi is Zulu Yankee 11.
Alright, Zulu Yankee 11 for runway 30, friendly 182. Alright, here we go. Just a little left on Zulu. Just like last night. Like I said, you'll see it in an episode here coming up. And on our nice long taxi here, we'll go over some numbers for the flight to Morgantown. Looks like we got about 52 minutes once we get off the ground, an hour and 20 from gate to gate. We are cruising at 10,000 today. I wanted to go a little bit higher than 8, as we have a little bit of a longer flight ahead of us. Carrying 8 people with us, it's almost max. We've got 9 seats available. And that's about it. Friendly 182 like we talked about already. So, yeah, like I said, about 52 minutes from wheels up to wheels down. Alright, we're going pretty slow. I love when ATC's on. It's a de-icing pad here. Doesn't really say. I wonder if they just do it at the gate. And approach friendly 182. Any chance we can get Zulu for departure?
Friendly 182, yeah, that's fine with me.
Cool. Alright, pre-takeoff checklist. What do we got?
Delta 3, welcome to National. Right when able, you can take Juliet. Cross runway 4, Foxtrot.
Cutoffs are good. Everything's ready to rock and
Juliet,
roll.
cross
Fuel
runway
condition
4,
to high
Foxtrot, kilo ramp,
idle.
Delta 3, everything.
Strobes and landing
Friendly
light.
182, turn right heading 320. The wind's calm. Runway 30 at Zulu, clear for takeoff.
Right 320, 30 at Zulu, clear for takeoff, friendly 182. Okay, I got a little excited there. I was zooming on the taxiway there. Alright, here we go. Flaps are 1. Ready to rock and roll. Set takeoff power. Airspeed's live, cross check, takeoff power set. And whoa! Rotate. What the heck? Wow. They're just flaps 1. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Let's get out of here. 700 feet, we can make our turn. Dang. That was weird. Let's go flaps up. Positive rates. Yeah, let's get that nose coming up as well here. Right turn to 320. Pull that prop back a little bit and the torque as well, just a little bit. And a little climb checklist. Ice protection's off, wing flaps are up. Airspeed 110 for now. Prop is set, torque is set for now. Approaching, or I'm sorry, 1,000 to go. 2,000 for
Friendly 182, your radar contacts. Climb and maintain 10,000. Clear direct Martinsburg.
Climb and maintain 10,000 direct Martinsburg. Friendly 182. Alright, so let's go ahead and just throw the autopilot on. We're cleared up to 10,000. We're going to bug up 130 knots for the climb. Cleared up to 10. And flight plan, oh, let's just get direct Martinsburg VOR. Go ahead and hit that nav. And we're GPS autopilot, flight level change, 130 knots, direct Martinsburg. There you go. That's how to successfully fly a departure in a Caravan out of one of the busiest airports in the country. Definitely wasn't that busy today, but I feel like all roads run through the Martinsburg VOR on these routes. But yeah, well, we're actually be going up to 10,000 on this one, so we'll see if we can maybe get the landing lights off and not have it yell at us. But I feel like that might even be worse because we'll just be like bouncing in between 10,000. Oh, it can't be any worse. We're getting zeros on that, so I guess we're just gonna have to do what we gotta do here. The music back. definitely going to miss points on the flaps there. We were going at a crazy airspeed. Indy Center, I wonder... No, we're just outside of Indy Center. Whenever we get into cruise, we're going to do the Versa today, and then we're going to also do the, what's it called? We'll do the Versa today and keep reading over some of the thunderstorm stuff too. captured 10,000. 10,000 is captured, and altitude is green. Alright, I guess we'll get the landing taxi light off. And Torque can come back to, well, doesn't really have to come back, I guess. It's good where it's at. As long as below 2,000. And we'll drop back to below 1,800. Then the cruise check, ice protection not required, pedostatic as required, and prop power where it needs to be, and we are there. 10,000 feet. I think that's the highest we've been accelerating so far.
Runway 182, leave my space to the north. Washington's off, radar service terminated, free exchange for 10-6 flight, sir.
Alright, free change approved, have a good one. Thanks for the ATC, friendly 182.
I'll see you next time, thanks, fine.
Yes, sir, sir. Alright.
There's all our crap until my kids close. Have a great night, everybody.
That's cool. I'm glad he just got on for a little bit. That's nice of him. Alright, and now we're direct Morgantown. Only got 100 miles to go. Let's see if we can gas this Torque a little bit more. Doesn't really show the winds. So we'll just leave it. We don't want to overdo it. We'll leave it right around like 1900, 2000-ish. Yeah. Running and gunning over to Morgantown, so we'll see how that goes. Okay. All right, stand by for 1 minute, and we're going to get into the conversation of thunderstorms a little bit more. So yeah, just give me 1 minute though. Alright, so let's talk about thunderstorms a little bit. Alright, dude. Alright. Let's take a look outside. First of all, what's the weather in Morgantown? Because there's some clouds out here. Morgantown weather is pretty nice. Broken at 6,500, so we might be on top of some stuff here. Pretty nice weather going into Morgantown. Okay. Going back to the thunderstorms, if anybody's still here. Again, those wind shears are characteristic of any time you're crossing a front, and particularly cold fronts as well. So the orographic types of thunderstorms are caused by the atmosphere interacting with the terrain. This is stuff like if it would like an upslope thunderstorm, kind of like if it would be going up a mountain type thing. Most common in late spring and early summer along the windward side of the Rocky Mountains and Appalachian mountain ranges. Lifting motion is provided by the upslope terrain of a mountain. This forces moist hot air to rise. When the warmer air interacts with the cold air above it, it condenses, causing heavy precip and powerful downdrafts. Oftentimes, orographic thunderstorms can reach updraft or downdrafts at speeds of 6,000 feet per minute. Definitely want to stay out of those. Regardless of a thunderstorm, remember to keep your distance and fly on the upwind side of a thunderstorm whenever possible. Alright, let's go back to the quizzes. I don't know if anybody's still here that wants to do these, but I'll see if we can. Engines, oof. I'd get a 0 out of 7 on that. Or 0 out of whatever. Let's see the uncommon ATC phrases. Where the closing rate of a target flying toward a radar antenna can actually make it disappear because the radar think it's ground clutter. If you heard these phrases, closing rate of a target flying toward a radar antenna can actually make it disappear because the radar thinks it's ground clutter. Blind speed? Makes sense. Interesting. A blank is an approach flown by a single-engine military aircraft that has lost power. The pattern is flown over top of the runway with a continuous 180-degree turns. Dead sticker, dead pattern, maybe? Flame out pattern? Far away from the runway when a fighter loses power. Fair enough. Blank is a term assigned to an aircraft that can't communicate or aren't communicating where they're supposed to be. Maybe no comment makes sense. Nordo? Oh, wait. I might have heard that before. I don't know. Anyways, Nordo. Interesting. A blank is a pilot who receives special training in observing and reporting in-flight weather. Weather flyer? I don't know. I never heard of that. Sky spotter is a pilot who receives special training. Pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. You probably won't hear this one over the radio, but if you do, it's an ATC request for a pilot to stop using their electronic jamming equipment. Stop stream. Stop block. Stop stream. We gotta end the stream. You probably won't hear stop stream over the radio. Interesting. Say again, say again, say again is used when communication is probably difficult. Usually a language barrier. Repeat again. What? Say again, say again. What? Say again, repeat again? I don't know, that one's weird. Words twice? Who's gonna say again, words twice? That's silly. Did that one. Oh boy, performance, let's see. Alright, hang on. Sorry, I'm not. Hang on, let me turn this off for a second. I'm working on something. There we go. Okie dokie, we'll see how that goes. Okay. Anyways, we'll see again how... Alright, at an airport with a field elevation of 5,000, temperature is +5 standard. Oh shoot, is standard like 10? I forget what standard is. I think it's so what it's trying to get you to do is do, I think the math of maybe the lapse rate +5 standard. Say 15? I don't know, honestly. 10? 15 degrees is standard. Okay, that's right. You subtract 2 degrees per 1,000. Okay. An aircraft with a CG required... Oh, then aft CG? And is blank than the same aircraft with a forward CG. So if your CG is too far aft, you're going to require more... So what is it if it's too far aft? I think it's less stable. It's more stable, harder to recover from. I always forget. I'm bad with this one. I'm gonna say it's less stable and more tail downforce. Less. Oh wow! 0 for 2. Holy smokes! Aircraft. Aircraft is less stable. Yikes. Okay. Which of these factors has the least effect on density, altitude? Probably barometric pressure. Humidity? No. Over 3. Let's see what aircraft max rate of a climb rate of blank at its service ceiling. So, I think at its service ceiling it would either have nothing. I think it's have nothing or 100. Okay. I thought 100 was. I thought the service. Well, I think the service ceiling is like the last altitude where you can get 100 feet per minute. Flying cross country from an area of high pressure, low pressure. If you don't reset your altimeter, your plane will be high to low. Your plane will be higher than expected because, or well, high pressure to an area of low pressure. I think you're going to be lower than expected. Yeah, okay. High to low, look up below. Right, okay. It's constant altitude, 45 degree bank turn as a it's 2 Gs. No, it's at 60. No. All right, dude. We're done with the quiz. I'm rage quitting on the quizzes. That's embarrassing. I'm always bad with those. Alright guys, we're just gonna be chilling and cruise for a little bit. Let's see, 16. Oh, it's only got about 16 minutes left, is that right? I guess we're only about 50 miles out. So I'll probably take about a 5-10 minute break. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, we're about 20 some miles, 25 miles out from Morgantown. Looks like we'll be there about 10-ish minutes. Let's go ahead and load up an approach. And maybe see if we can get down below the clouds. Let's see though. Going to Morgantown, we have options of runway 18 and 36. Let's go. Winds are variable at 3 knots, so it really doesn't matter what we do. Let's just take, we'll just take the ILS for runway 18. Let's go with the charts. And we'll go from John B. Let's just do vectors. We'll just do vectors from that. And minimums are going to be 1446. So I'll go to 1450 then. 1450, and let's just go ahead and load the approach for now. We'll close the flight plan, and we need to be, let's see, the final approach fix is Dixon at 2791. Let's just say they gave us descent and maintain 5,000. Let's do a quick descent check. Ice protection not required. Pitot-static not required. Seatbelt signs are on. Altimeter is 3027, so pretty close to what we got right now. And power is set. GPS is set as well. So let's go ahead and start that descent down to 5,000. And we got 5,000 confirmed, 5,000 set. Let's just light level change our way down. We'll pull some power. So right around that 1,500, 1,400 range. Doesn't appear to be any rain. Yeah, because I've got the radar on, so it doesn't appear to be any rain coming in to Morgantown. And I guess we can get the landing taxi light on as well. Maybe that's where I'm losing the points. Is like technically, you know, it should have been on coming below 10,000 maybe. So that's, I don't know. Yeah, I just gotta start leaving them on the whole time. .085, India Mike Golf Whiskey, that is correct, and final approach course is 181. We're just gonna bug up our heading right now where we're at. Pink in there. Oh, I'm back. Very cool, very cool. Let's pull back even some more power, because if we're descending at that 150, we can even kick the speed up a little bit, be like 160. So that way it'll kind of nose itself over and we'll just really start ripping down here. So we can be at, again, we got Dixon at about 2800. 10 miles from Morgantown. But we've got some room to play with here. We can just go, let's just go heading select, and let's take a look at the, 181 final approach course is set. And let's say they have us continue the descent down to, let's say 4,000 initially, till we get over these mountains right here. We'll probably just, we might have a little bit of a downwind. Honestly, I'll start, is the final approach fix Dixon? It is. So let's just start, maybe give us a little bit of a heading that way. That's about a let's go 320 heading. And 1,000 to go, 4,000 for 3,000. Morgantown traffic currently 182 is about 10 miles to the east, inbound for the ILS runway 18 Morgantown. And we've pretty much cleared these mountains. Let's go ahead and keep the descent coming now down to, let's go to 3. Flight level change, 160 is good still. And we got 1,000 to go, 4,000 for 3,000. I guess, let's see, the pattern elevation, or airport elevation's 1244. If we get the airport in sight, we can maybe just do a visual, just flying like a regular pattern, which I believe that's the airport right there. So if we just drop it down to like 2,000, maybe get it below, we're approaching 3, we're gonna keep it coming down. I'm probably gonna go to like 140. 1,000 to go, 3 for 2 already. Under 150, let's go flaps 1. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the autopilot and start kind of turning us inbound here. Yeah, I got the runway in sight. So we keep this below below 125. We'll go flaps full. And then before landing, check the seatbelt harnesses are secured. Fuel selectors are both on. Looking for 100 knots on the approach here. Fuel condition levers high idle prop. Set it full forward. High idle. Radar is where it needs to be. Let's really try to level this at 2 here. Radar is where it needs to be, and autopilots and wing flaps are set. You need a little bit more power. Excuse me. We do have a glide slope to kind of back us up here, so we will use that as we intercept.
500.
Just ripping the visual. Morgantown traffic runway 182, short final runway 18, full stop, Morgantown. Let's pause this music. side, correcting that. 2 red, 2 white. We're all right. That one wasn't too shabby at all. And we'll get on the brakes. That's a good flare. All right, we'll make this right turn onto Charlie. And now it's another thing too, is like, okay, when does it want me to pick the flaps up? Because it always says I don't do it on the taxi in. I don't know. I mean, I'll do it now. I mean, is that... I don't know if that's what it wants. Obviously, you're supposed to wait till you're completely clear, but... And Morgantown traffic friendly. 182, gonna taxi to the ramp on Alpha. Have a good night, Morgantown. Strobes, landing lights coming off. And we'll kick this into low idle. We're gonna have to run over this tug, whatever this is. So we could sidestep around it a little bit. Just get right underneath the wing, it's totally fine. Let's see. Hello. Where we at? Where are we going here? I'm just gonna stick it on this line. I think that's the secure box, maybe. I'm gonna stick it just right here and we'll just call it a night. All right, we'll stop it there. Power to idle. Park and brake taxi lights coming off. And shutdown checklist. Park and brake set. Avionics are coming off. Standby power switch is off. Fuel boost switch off. Power levers idle. ATT stabilized. Let's go ahead and kill that. Fuel condition to idle. And let's see what else we got. Lighting switches off. Battery off. And let's go with the beacon and nav lights off as well. And that is it. Airplane is shut down, tucked in, ready for bed. So there you have it. Let's take a look then at the pilot's life interface from our flight into Washington. I'm sorry, Morgantown from Dulles. Let's submit it first. Not too bad. I'm super happy with that landing. That was very nice coming back here. There you go. You got a block time of 54 minutes, 47 minutes on the flight time. Got you here a little bit early. SimBrief was calling for 52 minutes of airtime, so about 5 minutes early. Let's check it out. Going to Pittsburgh next. That'll be a real short flight. That would be a fun one to stream, but we'll see how that all shakes out. Dulles and Morgantown, 95 on the score. We'll take that. Let's see, -79 on the landing rate, softest landing yet in the Caravan. We'll take that. Climb flaps up, definitely. Landing light again, I don't know what it wants. I guess because we did go to 10,000, to be fair, I guess I should have turned them off in the climb before that. But everything else is really good. I got the flaps up pretty much as soon as we landed. It liked that, so we'll keep doing that maybe. And we'll just keep the landing lights on the whole time, I guess, unless we're going to go above 10,000, which isn't going to be very often. But, and the flaps, I don't know what it wants me to do with the flaps. I wish it would say, like, what airspeed it wants me to pick them up at. But, yeah. All right, guys. Very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Couple flights today. Definitely a little bit of a longer stream. But, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I've been having fun flying for Southern, so I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. And look out for the episodes. I'm working on editing the first one, so that'll be out soon. And we will catch you guys next time. Peace.